This is an all-new LAUNCH X431 CRP919C scanner with all system diagnostics, bi-directional controls, and over 32 special functions. It supports most modern makes and models and has modern hardware built in as well. So let's check it out. All right, so I just plugged it in and actually started scanning the system, but I wanted to show you the menu first. As you can see in the top right corner here, we are actually charging the battery. So when it's plugged into a car, it will start charging. And this has a 6,000 milliamp hour battery, so it's going to last quite a while even if it is not charging from the car, but it basically should all the time. You will probably not even need that included USB cable. Speaking of the included stuff, you get a hard case, like a carrying case that comes included with this. You have a couple of adapters for your power supply, this OBD2 cable, and of course the scanner itself. You get the manual that shows you how to use the unit, and well, that's all you really need. The unit itself is really nice. It's easy to hold. It has a nice stand on the back, and I'm using it to put the scanner on the wheel here, so it's much easier. I don't have to hold it. It can just hang on here on its own. This is not wireless, so you will need the OBD2 cable, but other than that, it's just a nice unit. It has a very nice 7-inch touchscreen display. It's 1024 by 600 pixels, so it's fairly good for the size. It has rubberized coating on the outside, or like a case, so it should be a little bit more protected when you drop it or something like that. On the right side, you have a home button, D-pad, okay, and a back button, so it makes it a little bit easier to navigate. If you have dirty hands or something, you don't want to be using the touch screen, so that's definitely useful. And finally, let's look at this menu. So we have the diagnose button right here, OBD2. I will not be showing you that. That's a very standard OBD2 functionality, like freeze frame data and live view from your engine and transmission. Not vehicle specific, so I'm sure everybody already knows how to use it if you're looking at a scanner like this. You have your IM, so this is for emissions, reset functions, battery voltage, some other modules, upgrades. So I've just upgraded all of the software to the latest versions. It took about an hour or so, but not too bad. And settings where you can change the units of measure from metric to imperial. You can enable screen capture, so they'll give you a little button so you can do a screenshot basically. So you can change how soon it goes to sleep and the brightness of the screen. Sound, I'm going to turn that down so it doesn't beep when I'm pressing stuff. Okay, that's good. You will have to connect to the Wi-Fi to update your software and to get into the system, but it does not require a registration, which is really nice. As far as the software, all the updates are free for the first 2 years, and then you will have to pay for it. Anyway, let's jump straight into the diagnostics right here. So I'm just going to click on that. I'm going to hit auto detect in just a second, but here you can see all of the systems that are actually supported, and it's a lot. It's over 160 different brands. So as you can see, pretty much anything you can imagine, it's going to be here. Very nice to see, and of course each one will have all the models and everything else. But I'm just going to hit auto detect, so it detects the vehicle automatically for me. There it is. That was pretty quick. I'm in a 2016 BMW i3. That is correct. So now it's going to scan the entire system and find what modules are available. After a little wait, it scans all of the systems, and as you can see, all of the modules are popping up. But what makes it really fast is that it has fast communication with modern cars like CAN FD and DoIP, however you pronounce it. But look at that. It took only a few seconds to scan the entire vehicle, and now we have a diagnostics report that shows us all of the information. So we have all of the codes on the vehicle just right there, so we can click on any of them to expand it to see what those codes are. So look at that, tons of little stuff on this car. And if you were connected to the internet, you could hit share and share it with your customer or something like that. But what I'm going to do is actually clear the code. So I'm going to hit clear code, and it's going to clear the codes for all of the modules, or at least the ones it can clear. What do I mean by that? Yes, it can clear all of the codes, but if the code is permanent, it will not go anywhere. It will clear the code and the code will reappear right away. Yeah, we're just going to let it do its thing, and it will rescan all of the systems, and then we'll see what's actually left. And after all of the scanning, we are left with only one code, this rain light solar condensation sensor. Let's see what that is. So we're going to go to the unit, do read fault code, and here we have a little bit more information, so it's missing some kind of signal. So yeah, very useful information there, and it can clear the codes for you on all of the modules super quick. That's what I really like about this unit. It's fast. Modern hardware and fast communication protocols make this a pleasure to use. What else can we do on these modules? Well, on every single module, you can go in and read the data stream. So this will be vehicle-specific, module-specific live data, not the stuff you see in the regular OBD2 where it's just like engine and transmission and the generic PIDs. This is very specific to the vehicle. So we can go to instrument cluster, for example, and we can do select all, hit OK. And there you go, all of that information super quickly shows up on here. And of course, you can see all this other information on just this specific kind of category in this one control module. So you can, that could be on pretty much any module on the vehicle. And of course, on the same module, we have all these other categories. So for example, we can go to turn signal or high beam switch, just select that, hit OK, not operational. So if I do, let's see, high beams, there you go, high beam headlight turned on. That's just right there. It's so quick and it shows you all this live information. I'm going to press the BC button. There it is, operated. So very, very useful for troubleshooting. You can see all this live data on any module that you basically want. And what's even cooler is you can go to actuation testing. And this is what makes this bi-directional functionality. So I can show you, for example, if you go to fuel gauge at 20%, so see right now it's like almost 80 or 90%. So if I activate it, boom, our fuel level is now at 20%. So you can basically actuate and activate almost anything in this vehicle. You can turn on LEDs, you can turn on functions, you can run the water pump, whatever it may be, whatever is controllable through the control modules, you can do that. So for example, we can turn on the indicators. So look, activate, right there, and stop. And notice how quickly it reacts. So the car reacts super quick, so that means the communication is very quick between the unit and the vehicle. And like I said, you can do this on basically any module. So basically, this is the main part of the diagnostics. You can read codes, clear codes, see the data streams, individual module data streams, and when you read the codes, those are BMW or make specific codes as well. We can also do actuation or bidirectional testing. Very nice, and everything's very quick. Anyway, I think you're getting the idea of what it can do with as far as diagnostics. So let's jump to IM and see what this will show us. So this is, I think, a quick and dirty way of just showing if the car will pass emissions. I just cleared the code, so probably not going to be ready. Yes, like the catalytic converter is not ready, the evaporative system is not ready, but look how quickly it shows you everything. You can see that the engine light is off, there's 0 DTCs on here, and this is the protocol it's using to communicate. And yes, it was very quick, and you can create a report for that as well. So if you run a shop, you can print this out for people, and they will quickly know if they will pass emissions or not. This car would not pass emissions right now because, as we can clearly see, systems are not ready after the codes have been reset. Now, we also have the reset functions, which we will look into in just a second, but we also have battery voltage. So you can graph battery voltage just quickly like this. We also have a couple other modules that you can add to this vehicle. We have the BST360 already installed, and this will do a battery health test, or it can also test the charging system. So very useful if you're not sure if it's your battery that's dying, or if it's the alternator, or if it's something else. One thing I forgot to show you in diagnostics was actually graphing some of the items that you see on the screen. So if we go to, for example, high voltage battery cooling system, there's a few items in here. So we're just going to do select all, hit OK. But what we can do is hit combine, select the items, hit OK, and then that stuff is being graphed for us very quickly on the screen. Now back at the main screen, let's jump into the reset functions, because these are actually pretty cool. Here are all the 32 special functions that are supported. Not all vehicles will support all functions. On this BMW, we will probably support maybe about half of these, and that's something to realize, because a lot of people will think that, you can do all of this stuff on every single car. For example, this is diesel related. It's not going to do anything in this electric vehicle, right? But yeah, we have the airflow sensor reset, brake reset, oil reset, steering angle sensor reset, battery resets, brake bleeding, which is really nice to see, like electronic throttle relearn, TPMS reset, EGR adaptation, AC system relearn, engine power balance monitoring. Look at all this stuff, right? So you have all of these items, like high voltage batteries, so that's pretty cool. Immobilizer, so you can add keys on certain vehicles. You can do stop start reset, seat calibration, sunroof, TPMS again, tire reset, windows calibration. So tons of really cool stuff. And yeah, if the vehicle supports it, you have that function available for you to use. I also wanted to see if this high voltage battery will actually work on this BMW. So let's click OK and see what we are presented with. All right, so this is a very good example of those special functions. We run into high voltage battery for BMW, and here's the stuff that you can actually do on this BMW i3 with the EV battery. We can read out the history of the last charging procedures. Super helpful if you're troubleshooting this system. You can also document the serial numbers of the cell modules. You can start up the high voltage battery unit. So if it's been disabled or it was in a crash or something like that, you can use this unit to start it up. Of course, once you replace the fuses and things like that. So yeah, to summarize, this will do vehicle-specific system diagnostics on basically any modern car. It will do bidirectional functionality, or what we call active or actuation testing. It has tons of those reset functions. It has the FCA AutoAuth, very helpful for the Fiat Chrysler auto group. We get 2 years of free updates. After that, you will have to pay. But if you don't update, you can continue to use the scanner as is. It will not lock you out. It has very fast communication with modern cars. As I mentioned earlier, it does include a carrying case, which is nice to see. Are there any items I don't like about it? Well, I don't really like that you have to pay for upgrades after 2 years, but they have to maintain the software, so I understand that people need to get paid. So in conclusion, it's a much better and faster version of the old LAUNCH X431 that I've tested a couple of years ago. It's much easier to use, and it's just really fast. That's what I'm really impressed with. What do you guys think about the scanner? Leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!